What up? Peace, everybody. It's your boy Wax Groove TV, home of the brokest podcast. Before we jump into this album review, go ahead and hit that subscribe button for me. I'd really appreciate it. Um, I haven't really done one of these album reviews in a while, but it's time to get back into the swing of that in between recording for the podcast. We're going to have new episodes going up soon. We took a little break, but we back on it. With that being said, man, Action Bronson, Cocodrillo. I'm about to botch your name on this. I'm sorry. Cocodrillo Turbo or Crocodile Turbo. At least I think that's what it translates to. So this album, it's 10 tracks, 30 minutes long. He's got features on there from Conway the Machine. He's got Rock Marciano. He's got Mayhem Loren. He's got Hologram, and there's one more feature on here, but I can't remember. Off the top of my head. You got production from Derringer. You got production from Alchemist on here. And I like it. He went back into that Mr. Baklava bag. I think that might be Bronson's ego right there. That ego right there bring out the best in him. If I had to describe this album with one word, it'd be funky. I remember in an interview before, Rock said, Action gets funky. And I feel like that's exactly what he did on his album. He got funky, especially with the production and the way he was rhyming over it. I do like it. Some of his better than some of his previous projects, that were a little lackluster. But not too many tracks. So let's just jump right into it. Got my notes here. It's like I said, 10 tracks long. First record, Hound Dog, pretty much sets the tone for the album. It's got some funky guitar strings in the samples. I enjoy it. It's just a great song to get the album kicking off. Track 2, Tang Po featuring Conway. Definitely one of the bangers on the album. I get movie vibes from this particular track, like it belongs in some type of motion picture, or an action film, something like that. So I love something like that. I love how Action ends his verse where he's like, "I'll put you in a Fendi casket," and then Conway picks up right there, pretty much comes in saying, what did he say? Something about having the matching Fendi pillows, the Fendi pillow matches, something like that. It was a nice play off words. But yeah, I really like that. It was a nice little chemistry, them two on that particular record. Production was fire. Track 3, I know I'm about to botch the name on this. I ain't even gonna do it to myself. But track 3 featuring Hologram. This is definitely one of my favorite records on the album. The production is smooth. Hologram went off on this particular verse. A lot of people don't like Hologram, but I think he can rap. Like, he put some bars together. He's just different, real different with the delivery. He's a poet for sure. What did he hit us with? He said, hand wash my drawers are hanging from a clothing line. Album on sale, about to start a clothing line. Like, home spazzing. He went off on this particular verse. Definitely one of my favorite verses by him. One of my favorite records on the project for sure. Track 4, Jaws. Love the strings on this record. Just that fly talk, and Action is just rapping. I love when Action is just rapping, and I also like when he's kind of in that cinematic mafia movie bag. He really gets off. But he was just rapping, man. Just that fly talk, that grown man rap, that connoisseur rap. That's exactly what you got on this particular record. Sub-Zero, this is the first record I heard off the album. I was impressed immediately when I heard it. I was like, okay. The line about the Rolls Royce disappearing off the lot and appearing on the block is dope. Bronson Russell Bears for the title shot. Like, he was snapping. He had some dope wordplay on here. And it definitely set the tone as far as where this album was going to go. When I heard that particular record, I was excited to know that the album was coming. So I enjoyed it. So we got track 6, Turkish, featured my man Mayhem Loren. If you haven't already, check out his show, Flavor in Your Ear, on YouTube. Shout out to Mayhem. Chemistry between these two, it's always on point. They're always rapping over the right production. Mayhem blacked out on here, just balancing that fly talk with some gritty talk, the street lines. Just got you real feeling like it's summer '96. You got some vintage Nautica on, just looking good. Track 7, Jaguar lyrics. Never look me in the eye like, what he say? Actually said, never look me in the eye like the gypsy selling roses. Samples on the samples on the records are crazy. Man said red seats looking like raw duck. Like, who comes up with this type of stuff? But definitely paints a vivid picture. I thought it was dope. Damn dog looking like a bison. Nah, I look like M Bison. Street Fighter wordplay. If you know, you know. I thought that was fire. Track 8, Zambezi featuring Rock Marciano. Yo, this production right here was just made for Rock. Like, I definitely thought this is something Rock should have been on. Super funky on the production. Just that straight connoisseur rap feel. You know, it's just that fine wine rap. Track 9, 91. This record, it reminds me a little bit of early Bronson, just having fun, saying whatever, just straight rhyming. Track 10, Storm of the Century. That's featuring Young Mekio. My bad. I knew I was going to botch that earlier. Definitely wasn't remembering it. But it's definitely a good track to end the album out with. You know, you got the horns, the saxophones. Those sound just crazy, just super funky. That's why I said, man, this album is funky, man, because like a lot of the samples on here was just dope. Especially a lot of the guitar strings, the sax. I love it. Honestly, I didn't have expectations going into this particular album because it's been a mixed bag with a lot of Action's albums. Like his first album, Dr. Lecter, was fire. The Blue Chip series was fire. Rare Chandeliers was fire. First album, Mr. Wonderful, that wasn't, you know, it is what it is. He had a couple projects in between that had like bangers on there, but they just never felt complete. Honestly, with this album, I feel like it's a real complete album. This is definitely one of his better albums, if you ask me. It's not mediocre whatsoever. The production, you know, it was consistent straight through. I felt like the vibes on there just matched everything that was trying to be done, the vibe that was trying to be set. You know, the Dr. Baklava, Mr. Baklava alter ego, that persona really shined on this album, so I really enjoyed it. So shout out to Alchemist and Derringer, man. They were just real consistent with the production. I thought this was fire. Now, in terms of grading this, well, before I get there, let me just say this. This definitely has replay value. I've listened to this in the gym. I've also listened to it on a few car rides. So I've had some time with it before I actually like took notes and wrote this out. And it sets the tone for a lot of stuff, you know. If you're in the gym, nice, easy workout, you know, not trying to go ape shit that particular day. Maybe getting some cardio as well. Definitely the album for that. Also, this is a good album. Like, if you like running, going outside, running, just cardio, stuff like that, I definitely run to this album. I think I did like 2 miles running to this particular album, but I thought it was dope. It's definitely got replay value, you know, in the gym, in the car. It's just smooth. So, in terms of grading this, I'm going with our old grading system. That's going to be linked in the description. So, if you're not familiar with it, get yourself familiar with it. But I'm definitely going to get us a jerk chicken. Like I said, it's fire. So, it's a jerk chicken. It's a consistent album, heavy replay value. And I like it. Like I said, I didn't have high expectations going into it, but I came out really happy. So shout out to Action Bronson. The album's dope. Brokers Podcast, you know, be on the lookout for new episodes. We will be dropping those again soon. Try to get to doing more of these. You know, Mr. DCYOP, Esteban. I need y'all to pump some of these out too. But we love y'all. Peace. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button.